Welcome everybody, my name is Mr. Llama and today I am bringing you a TVT on Core Hall Compound LE. This is going to be a BattleNet game between the blue Terran prOpHittsu spawning up in the top right corner and spawning down in the bottom left. We do have EmpireHappy, the red Terran. So EmpireHappy, of course, is a pretty well-known player. He plays for Empire. He used to be a Warcraft 3 professional and now he has switched over to SC2. Something notable at sea, he played in the DreamHack Winter 2011, and he was a part of a 74-minute game, in-game minutes, of course, where he, I think he ultimately lost. Yes, he did, to Todd on Team Fnatic. And it was nukes and battle cruisers, like 5-starport battle cruiser tech switch, and it was just a crazy game. Anyways, up here, the blue Terran prOpHittsu. He is a Swedish player playing for Team Prop. I don't know too much about him. Other than that, he is Grandmasters and Swedish, so I know that. So this is going to be TVT, and it looks like prOpHittsu is opting to wall off while his opponent EmpireHappy is not at all, so this is just personal preference, and it of course can have to do with what your build may be going for. So if you're going to be teching up fairly quickly, something like that, it can be helpful to have this wall right here to protect yourself from SCV, Marine all-ins, or something like that, where they could just simply run into your base. And if you have this wall, of course, you know, a bunker behind it, something like that, then you can feel a little safer. Other players just like to do it for some sort of really early cheese, things like that, so you never really know. In the meantime, EmpireHappy sending this SCV over here to the right, and this is kind of a strange scouting pattern, and I wonder if this is intentional. He's going to be dropping some sort of barracks or not, and no, it looks like he's just going to use that to scout, so I wonder why he went along that path like that instead of just right across the middle. Not quite sure. But he is going to go ahead and get over here and scout his opponent and see that his opponent is opening with a tech lab. So this, of course, could be... sorry. I will go busy really quickly. And... Right, so this, of course, could be a Reaper opening, as I was going to say. And yes, it is getting out that fast Reaper, as generally you don't pump out a Marauder first. I don't think there's many builds that go Marauder first. So the SCV taking the kill right there on the gas. So nice little play there by EmpireHappy, and we'll have to see if he's going to put 2 more guys on this geyser or not. I would imagine that this refinery is going to get have 3 guys on it, but no, it looks like he's already mined 100 gas, so it's possible that he already pulled off. And nope, there we go. So just a little bit of a blunder, I would imagine, something that needs to be refined in the future, something that I'm sure he noted or was just busy microing his SCV around his opponent's base. And the Reaper is out now. Will he get any Marines up here to deal with this? Right now the Marines are just hanging around at the ramp, so he knows there's a Reaper. Yeah, he knows there's a Reaper, and I think he saw it with his SCV, so I wonder why he is not sending his Marines over here to defend for it. But it looks like prOpHittsu instead just running around with this Reaper to try and snipe off the SCV, who is once again going to head over here and try and look for an expansion. He sees that it is not a tech lab or a Reaper expand, so he has to know that something's up. And yes, if you look in the base, there's another barracks with another tech lab and a factory going down. So with this spread right here, this will not allow EmpireHappy to get a scan off at all. He can scan, of course, but the most he could scan is 1 building at a time, I believe. I don't think, even if he scanned here, I'm not sure that he could see all 2 buildings at once. So once again, EmpireHappy being so good with this SCV, going to be scouting and see still no expand, and he definitely knows something's up. And the Reapers, where did they go? There they go. So they're going to jump in the base right here and possibly be able to kite off a few of these Marines if they wish. Nope, they're just going to go ahead and leave. So they get a scout. They see that EmpireHappy is going into the Marine tank play right here as well, getting a starport. I don't know if he saw the starport though. No, he did not. So he just sees Marine tank as of now. Doesn't see any sort of medevacs or anything like that. Viking actually going to be going out over there to join this. So a pretty standard army for EmpireHappy. This is kind of going back to the way that TVT used to be played. And EmpireHappy opting to now take his expand despite having scouted his opponent not expanding. And finally prOpHittsu is going to kill that SCV, who has been alive for 6 minutes and 45 seconds, and about 4 minutes of that has been walking around his opponent's base. So prOpHittsu going for some sort of crazy Reaper strategy here. It looks like he's doing some Reaper Hellion drop, something like that. And that is a very, very interesting build. I do not believe I have ever seen 2-Rax Reaper Hellion drops or anything like that before. So EmpireHappy may have not have also seen that before. All he knows is that his opponent did start with Reapers, and there we go, Reaper speed now going down, as I would imagine it would. I suppose these Hellions right here are simply a mineral dump, as he does not really have a lot to take all the minerals in that he's going to be mining, because it's 50-50 to train a Reaper, and he needed the factory to get out the was that scouted? I'm not sure if that was scouted at all. But yes, so you do need the upgrade, of course, on your Reapers, and it looks like now he's going to be pushing out all of this, moving together. He's going to use a couple of Reapers to scare the Marine off of the tower right there, and will Happy be able to deal with this? What will he do? I mean, he does have these tanks. How much damage do they do versus tanks, though? It's 30 damage. Do they do 30 damage to each one? Looks like, here we go, he's just going to go and push in and then go for the engage. Hellion's going to be burning away. The Reaper's doing some decent damage right there. And I'm not quite sure how much damage these Reapers do versus tanks. It looks like they do a decent amount, actually. As I really want to check this and like read more on this, as Reapers are no, it's only used against structures. So it's actually only 4 damage a shot, which is an interesting amount. And it looks like now he's going to be able to sneak into the base, though, possibly pick off a refinery, pick off a tech lab here that's researching siege. That could be huge if that goes down, and it looks like it will be cancelled, so nice job there by prOpHittsu to kill that off, and it looks like he will be able to escape with a decent amount of those Reapers. He does lose a little bit more than his opponent did in terms of stuff lost, as he did lose a medevac, a Hellion, and a couple Reapers there. But overall, interesting strategy. Did a little bit of damage. I'm not quite sure about it, though, when you do scout tanks like that, as you're only doing 8 damage each shot to tanks, I think. Well, 7. No, 6, because they're armored, so it'd be -1, -1. I don't know. They seem to take them out decently well, but, of course, tanks do so much damage. And are Reapers armored? I don't think they are. No, they're not. But they are weak units. So it looks like he's now going to be trying to sneak around and possibly, I have no clue what he's going to do from this angle, as the only thing he can do is push up right here. He will be able to get past his opponent's vision, so I think that's exactly why he's sneaking by over there. And in the meantime, he's also researching Cloak. He does drop a scan, and he's going to be able to poke in right here, and the Reaper's now going to try and kill off these units. They're picking away, but there's just not enough damage at all, and no, with that +1 armor and them doing 2 shots, it looks like prOpHittsu engaging the tanks head on was a poor choice. Instead, what I picture or imagine he should have done is jumped up this ledge, as tanks are a little bit slower, and just run in here and tried to pick off SCVs, pick off important tech structures, things like that. Maybe delay that siege again. Nope, he can't. It's already done. So it looks like EmpireHappy possibly just going to try and go for a push. Nope, just kidding. Those are Vikings, so apologize for that. And finally, prOpHittsu has kind of transitioned into a more standard game. His opponent does scout all of the barracks. He does have a few siege tanks out. Siege mode has finished now. By a few, I mean 1. There we go, 2, and a Banshee as well, which only has 1 kill, so not able to be too successful for that. And now EmpireHappy is going to go ahead and make this push. A lot of tanks. Does he have any Marines with this? Only like 3 Marines, so that Banshee right there could do some decent damage. Oh, the Vikings lifted, just kidding. If the Vikings had stayed on the ground, but it does have cloaks, so you have to remember that it is a cloaked Banshee. He's going to have to use a scan, and it looks like free Marines given up by prOpHittsu, kind of running around that ledge. Probably just trying to move towards that Zelnaga tower, and now EmpireHappy going to be able to siege up over here and start picking off the factory and the starport, and he does have the air advantage here, so there's not too much that prOpHittsu can do except lift off these buildings and try and get away from those tanks. And it looks like prOpHittsu not even going to do that. He simply GG's out the game right there, as EmpireHappy with just too many units, too far ahead in the supply. As you can see, already 30 supply ahead. Yeah, just the positioning, the air advantage, the ground advantage, there really wasn't much that prOpHittsu could do. I liked his idea of trying to take this third base right here, as that's kind of what he needed. He needed to find a way to get back in this game, so you know what, get a fast third orbital, something like that, fast third base. Maybe you can get ahead of your opponent, though his opponent was expanding as well. But maybe you can get a little bit ahead and get back in this. But no, it looks like EmpireHappy going to be able to take this game. So prOpHittsu, I like the idea of the mass Reapers, but engaging tanks with units that only do 6 damage a shot with a weapon speed of 1.1, or yeah, 1.1 is probably not the best idea. So I would advise at rethinking that build, or possibly just rethinking the engagements that you choose to do with those Reapers. So GG there. I hope you guys enjoy this. My name is Mr. Llama, and it has been a pleasure.